We got the killers over here.
Yeah! We got the killers over here. Yeah!
What's up? This your boy, Coach DOC, and my co-host KT. Happy New Year. This is our first episode of 2021. This is iLLSports247, and these are the living legends. Today, what we're going to do, man, we're going to open it up because all last year when we started, we only had men on there, and I'm not a sexist. So, you know, I got to show homage and pay homage to the women because they are truly living legends. To my right, you have Jass Brooks. And to my left, you have Rita Adams. Both of these women are legends and the 6'1" great. And we're going to pay them some homage while they still here. We're going to give them some flowers while they're alive. Jass is the owner of what we have, Nettie B's, which I just ate a fabulous Impossible burger here. She put the clothes on it. You know what I mean? Had the mustard and the ketchup and the lettuce, onions, tomato. Oh man, all the vegetables you want on that thing, and it was magically delicious. You know what I mean? So then I got my homegirl Rita Adams here, who I used to hoop at Clark. You know what I mean? She East St. Louis, 1999 graduate. She was 2 years ahead of me at Clark. I saw she had some games, so I had to destroy in gym class. You know, just another victim of my one-on-one. You know, like I said, I own the area one-on-one. My record is like 157-4. So, you know what I'm saying? You do the math. You can do the percentage however you want to do it. All right, so Jazz, I'm glad y'all here today. KT, man, we had some historic events happening over the past, since 2021 started, man. I don't know if we need to hit the reset button or what, but the first thing I want to talk about is what happened at the nation's capital. You know what I mean? What you think about that? I know you ready to chime in. I know you ready to chime in.
I don't know what to think. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody could say they seen it coming. I mean, proof was in the pudding that it been, I don't know, it been discussions on how things was being said and promoted in the media. You know, like Trump going out, having these rallies when he obviously lost the election.
Yeah.
You know, tradition, no president, to my knowledge, before him ain't, went down, you lose the election, you peaceful, you know what I'm saying?
Go down with some class and some dignity, man. Yeah, I definitely get it.
He called them got them to rally down there, then went back to the White House in his limo and let them go down there and tear up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So, I mean, somebody should really call for it.
Have you ladies been paying attention to that stuff, man?
I was at work when it all went down, kind of went on Facebook and seen everybody talking about it, saying, you seeing what's going on? And I just basically caught up on it after the fact, so.
Yes. Yeah, I know for me.
It was expected.
I can't say nothing like that was expected for me. That's stuff that you think like, yeah, man, they're just gonna do what they want to do or whatever anyway. But man, to see that, like, man, this is the capital, like, man, and I hate to be the person to say, man, if there was some black people, but man, if there was some black people, boy, it'd have been 30,000 slain right there on them steps.
They wouldn't even got 100 feet to the sidewalk. They would have been set up. If it was a different type of movement, they would have been well prepared. National Guard would have been there already. It wouldn't have been calls being made to National Guard to come in, and they ain't got nobody to
they've been more proactive. I definitely.
How many protesters actually got killed?
I think they said 4 dead, but I think maybe only 2 of them was protesters.
Yeah, because
I know it was
like
an officer
cop,
the officer got killed.
Yeah, that was unbelievable to me to see them like storm, you know what I'm saying, the Capitol and like only like maybe 2 casualties. Like, I really can't even fathom it for real. Can't even wrap my mind around like what's happening,
Yeah, that definitely
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's mind-boggling and puzzling for myself, man. Just to see that, just knowing that.
It's a sad thing to say, but it's might be a good teaching point of showing how the policing is different. Cause you see the pictures of, like Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Nobody was getting close enough like that, taking the shields away and all that. Like they was out there taking the police shields, running up in the Capitol. And doing like it wasn't like no tear gas until
It's
later.
like domestic terrorism, man.
Yeah.
They in there just chilling.
Hey man, and the crazy thing, with the say Mike Brown and those issues, you don't even get close. You know what I'm saying? And the level of respect is totally different. Like here, it wasn't a lot of provoking and nothing going on, but you had say for instance, it's a Black Lives Matter movement or something. Like the police antagonize and do different things to kind of provoke people to do stuff, and like here, you see them running and retreating and like inviting them in. I'm like, geez, what's up?
But the crazy part was the simple fact that you had like armed forces and Secret Service and all of those people present, and somebody had to call an order to tell them to stand down.
Yeah.
Because you're tearing up the Capitol. So, like, at this point, I have every single right to get you up out of here.
Yeah.
By any means necessary. So I tell you to leave, you don't leave. I mean, obviously, like you said, we were black, we wouldn't have got that close, but they would have shot us.
Man.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do Doc Gooden get to walk out of the Capitol if I'm in there with my feet on the table? You know
Definitely
what I'm saying? Like,
definitely not. You would have been on the T-shirt.
man, they about to put me on the T-shirt for taking a knee.
Before you came inside, what are you doing even in the building? Before you even got close enough, there would have been somebody who would have stopped you. And even if they didn't directly ask you, what are you doing here, they'd have been like, hey, how you doing, sir? May I help you or something like that? Just to try to see what, because in their mind, I guess, I don't know, their way of thinking or whatever, they going to ask you anyway.
Yeah.
They come up running up in there, they like, oh, I guess we having a picnic or something. They destroying the building.
Come on in, guys.
Yeah. Then the president just going to say, go home, guys, be safe, or whatever he said.
They did cheat us. He wild, man. He wild. No class, man.
No class at
Hey,
all.
the prayer that they be saying, they probably, TJ and them probably used to say the prayer, hey, we sure as the winners go by. He refused to do that. No class. He straight out of low cash, low class, all that. But
he's super trashy for that, man.
Man, I can't believe this mess, and he still got some days there.
Yeah.
No, man, he going to jail, man. That's why he trying to do any and everything to avoid the inevitable. I ain't think so at first. After this move, he going to jail. Nah, they putting him through some. He ain't just walking away out this clean.
Hey, for those of you just tuning in, this is iLLSports247, and this is the Living Legends podcast. We have Jass Brooks and Rita Adams here on the show. Like, subscribe, and share. YouTube, iLLSports247, all together, one word. I-L-L, man. I'm sick with it. You hear me? No, I'm just playing. I'm a living legend. That's what it stands for. I'm a living legend, successfully producing outstanding results through sports. So, you know what I mean? That's 24/7 around the clock. I wake up out my sleep. I'm calling coaches. I'm doing all type of things. So I'm utilizing these sports. And these women, they were athletes in their day. Jazz, she was throwing the shot put and playing basketball at East St. Louis. Graduate, 2005? 2005 graduate. She's a local legend in the 6'1" great. Has done a few different wonderful things with the restaurant business. She's an entrepreneur, something for our young women to look up to. And Rita Adams, of course, we're going to get into her athletic professionalism and prowess in a second. She was one of the greatest. I thought she was going to play in the NBA. Not the W, but she going with the fellas, dog. She gonna be the first one. Her, Keisha Cole. I wish both of them could have been here today. Keisha's live out of town, so that's like a 1-2 punch. You say one of them names, you gotta say the other one.
Yeah.
So, Jazz, we want to talk about the restaurant business and what led you in this direction. Did you always have a passion for cooking, or what was it?
Yeah, I've always had a passion for cooking. Like ever since I was like a little girl. My mom, she wasn't really big on cooking and stuff like that. But I just remember discovering like a cookbook in our house when I was a little kid and just was fascinated by it. it was just something I was like, man, like this is cool. So I would go throughout the house and try to, figure out what ingredients we had, and just as a kid experiment, putting dishes together and stuff like that. But I think my true passion came when I went to school in Mississippi, and really just like in the South, like the food culture there was like crazy. Like it was just fascinating, and I worked for a couple people helping them like build companies and stuff like that, and just fell in love with the hospitality industry.
Oh man, that's dope, man. It was a lot of football players when I got to college, man. The first degree they program they was throwing us in was like hotel and restaurant management. Like, man, y'all better go on somewhere, man. No hotel, restaurant. But I actually love to cook, though, for real.
Yeah, it's therapeutic, too.
Man, I started learning in college. I called my mother, like, that was our way of connecting. Because she up all time of night. And I be up because I can't sleep. Like, especially if it's a game coming up or something. Man, I just can't sleep. Probably around Thursday. I get in 48-hour preparation mode. We play Saturday, so... Man, I get in the mode, I just call, like, Mom, look, I'm finna cook some greens, macaroni, everything.
Oh, you cook.
Yeah, she like, well, what you got? I like, man, I got everything that you sent me to the store to get. Like, how you do it? So shit walking me through, and boom, man, I invite some of my teammates and some of my friends from campus. They come in and they like, ooh, your mama never heard something? Nah, this me, dog. They like, man, you lying. Smelling good, you know what I mean? We watched the game.
That was definitely my apartment, for sure. Like, anybody that wanted something to eat was coming over my crib.
Yeah,
I was feeding the neighbors. I was bartering for food. Like, it was just, you know what I'm saying? Food really, like, brings people together.
Yeah, most definitely. So for you in college, when you're doing all this cooking in college, did you have off-brand stuff or you had name-brand stuff? You one of those bougie?
I'm a bougie eater and cooker.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Unapologetically, too.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean? It's only a few great value items that we like to use I ain't gonna speak for her, but I use some of them great value products. Just a few of them, but
I really can't bring myself to do it.
My wife be like, "You so bougie." I'm like, man, I want to eat the best. Like, so when I was in college, I had got some stamps. I was I was a little undisciplined. So my first son, I was still in school. I was a little undisciplined. So when I had I was getting the stamps, and people would come in like, man, what you doing all this name brand stuff? I'm like, man, that's how I do, man. When you the star, this is what you. I'm stunning on them, but like when you the star, this how they take care of you, man. Like I'm not finna eat that little cheap stuff you eat. You know what I'm saying? All the way from the city.
Our campus food here hard though. Like I remember like the first week I went into the caf or whatever, and I'm in the South. I'm in Mississippi, so I go to the caf and I see this like foreign meat. Like I knew it was meat, but I'm like, what is this? Like I'm like, Mama, like I don't even know what this is. And I started talking to the lady. She's like, it's turkey necks. I'm like, what is that? Like this is crazy that y'all feeding us this, in the cafeteria, but it was fire. Like so, I just started exploring like all sorts of food when I got down there and just got fearless with it and was eating all type of things.
Yeah, that's right. I know you was eating all type of stuff in the South.
Man.
So what school were you at?
At Jackson State.
Jackson State, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to one of those games now.
Prime time, baby.
This gonna be.
What's your thoughts on that? We had a discussion about that earlier in the shows.
You know what? I think it's going to be something that's going to be great for HBCUs. I'm happy that celebrities are stepping up to invest more back into our communities. No shade.
Knowing the atmosphere by going there, like, how do you think it's going to all come together?
I mean, I think that, we've already gained a lot of, like, public attention and gotten, more sponsorships and stuff like that. But I think from a recruitment standpoint, you're going to, start seeing better athletes.
It's already out the chain.
Attendance-wise, as far as the games, it's going to start generating more revenue for the university and for the city of Jackson. I personally think it's just, like, the best move that they could have ever made. And for him to, make that sacrifice to not go to a predominantly white school and come to Jackson State and coach is major for us. And I think it's going to create a trend in the industry.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see more, celebrities going to black colleges now.
Yeah.
And, and coaching and really just building those programs.
More higher recruits going to HBCUs.
And I'm going to say, like, this year, I feel like they should dominate the SWAC. But if it goes as planned, if we can pick up like some SEC games or an Ole Miss or something like that and beat them, like you never know, the sky's the limit.
Ole Miss is one of their rivalries, isn't it?
We don't play them.
You don't?
We in the
I thought
SWAC.
I seen that. Yeah, I knew they was, but I thought they played them every year.
Nah.
Nah,
Okay.
they might play them every now and then. You know what I mean? It's when the small schools like that play those big schools, it'd be like a nice little payout that you get
I
for
was
playing
reading
those
something.
games.
They had something I didn't know about them playing.
Yeah, man. So Jackson State, man, that's crazy because like high profile, say inner city athletes don't really look to HBCUs. Like it never crossed my mind to even attend a HBCU. Although I had known people like Jerry Rice and
Walter
Payton. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew these cats went to HBCUs, but like nobody preached that or you know what I'm saying, pushed that issue with people like myself. I don't know if it was like that for you. Like, man, I think I'd have flourished at HBCU just around people who were like just very supportive of each other.
And I think, you know, and I'm not gonna like overstep my boundaries when it comes to this sports thing, but I just think it's like a small percentage of people that actually go on to become professional athletes anyway. But I think just, you know, overall, treating the whole person, like the experience that you get, you know, is priceless when you go to a historically black college. It's not always about, you know, playing on a large scale and all of that, but like, you know, the type of connections that you make, people actually really caring about you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it makes a big difference because only a small amount of people are going to be stars and go to the NFL, NBA, whatever anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can stand out.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a small percentage, but the crazy thing is probably 99% think they going.
Yeah.
And some of us be trash, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes it take for a friend to be like, hey man, you need to get on your stuff. Like you ain't that cold, man. Be quiet.
You stupid.
Like, for
no,
real?
I'm going to listen to your mixtape.
Yeah, I like for real though. You like
Let it go, man.
It take that level of honesty with people though. Sometimes I know I had to look in the mirror at one point myself. Like, Doc, you know what? You might not be that good, dude. Like, shut up. I like, dang, you know what? It's a reason I ain't playing.
I think we all have come to that realization. It doesn't matter what field you in. You like, damn. Like,
Yeah, I gotta step it up, or I need to find something else to do. So back to the cooking. All right. So what did you major in at Jackson State?
Special education.
Okay. Did you ever plan on using that or
Nope.
no?
Nah. I don't want to go any further when it comes to that. I'm an advisor at Eastside.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I really never had a passion for education or school. I'm happy that my parents pushed me to go to college.
Yeah.
But like I never even wanted to do that. So when I came back home, like I became an advisor for the vocational education department at Eastside for a couple reasons. I definitely wanted to give back to the community, but more importantly, I think that in our community we missed the mark on the vocational side and trades. And
Definitely.
a lot of our kids are being forced or being judged for not going to school or being forced to go and they don't really want to go, and they can, you know, excel in careers that don't even require degrees, just vocational training.
Yeah, man. Some of my more successful friends, they either dropped out of school or they working in fields that have nothing to do with what they went to school for. Or you know, some of them didn't even go to school. Like I got friends that, man, they just started being humanitarians and things like right out of school, and you know what I mean, they were making $50,000-$60,000 and they 21. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was a time which it's been proven that colleges became like more of a profit for business, and they were promoting to get people to think they have to go this route, and they was giving degrees that had no credibility. Or you ain't got no. There might be jobs, but you know, there ain't jobs. Like you got to create the jobs. You know, there's a lot of trades that people don't understand. There's other options. Now, personally, I feel like college is a like introduction to life on training wheels. Like it's an experience that you can't get. Like you move out of a mama house or wherever you might stay, it's like it don't stop. You on the hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna run you over. You can't stop. Bills coming. You gonna be you out there on the street. College, I think, gives you more of an opportunity to find yourself, experience some things, and learn how to be on your own. Now, I didn't go to college, so I know from experience, I wish I had that introduction to life. To me, it was like, you know, some things you find yourself into trying to survive rather than learning really yourself in which direction to go.
Nah, that's wonderful. Like, I feel you on that. I just feel like, you know, again, from like the training standpoint, not just like the culture standpoint, like what you're saying, like that makes a lot of sense. But from a training standpoint, like you can go to school for a year, you know what I'm saying, 2 years, and become a certified plumber, electrician, charging people $75 to $100
friends I had
an hour.
that went to college, and that's where I get the idea of like, man, I wish I had that experience. But when it comes to like where we are now in life and what, and, you know, I wouldn't change trade spots with them. You know, if I go back, I'm like, man, I wish I had the experience you had 10, 15 years ago. I would have loved that. But now, I'm cool where I'm at.
Yeah, and I think also in our communities too, it's like a stigma like that's placed on people who don't, you know what I'm saying, go, or people who don't finish or whatever, and then like people aren't really pushing that vocational side, so you feel like you just lost. Like, okay, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You come back home and you working a job for $10 an hour, but if you just take 6 months, you know, additional year or whatever, you can still make $100 an hour.
Yep.
You know, you can open a business. You know, you can become a mechanic and do this stuff on
a lot
your
of
own.
it's
Like,
preference. Like, I ain't no knock on people's education, because a lot of times you get a degree, you get the easier job. You know, you do something you might, hopefully doing something you're passionate about. You like going to work every day. And then after you pay back all your loan stuff, maybe 50 years from now, you making good money.
yeah. Yeah.
But if you go to trade school, 15 days later, you making 60, 80 grand.
Yeah. And then,
Go ahead.
and that, I think another thing that we don't talk about in our community too is just like generational wealth. People talk about it, but we're not teaching the kids.
And a lot of people don't even truly understand it, though.
Well, hold on one second. But for real, like, I didn't know anything about money, right? So had I understood things about money, I would have moved a lot different, even going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already put yourself in a situation where you're in debt, right? Had I just known, okay, boom, because when I graduated from school, I had a little money or whatever from, you know, I just had some money.
Right.
But had I invested that money, I wouldn't even have to work.
True.
Like, I had enough money to set myself up for at least 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, but not understanding that fact. So I think that we need to start teaching kids that are
high
even
school
going to college.
Because a lot of times in high school, you come out of high school, they don't even tell you, at least the high school I went to, they don't teach you the credit and the real meaning behind that. And like you said, you have money, you don't really have to work, because your money work for you. Just moving your money, constantly moving around.
Right.
Your money is always worth something until you spend it. Once you spend it, it's gone.
Hey man, that's most schools though, man. They not teaching that real life aspect of things. They giving you a book. They tell you what you gonna test for. You know what I'm saying? And
they
like
you
don't even retain half of that stuff, man. Short term memory, man. I don't know if I got CTE or what, but I'm know it enough to pass this test with a high grade. It's something for me. That was like a trophy. If I can get 85 to 100 on the test, I'm like,
everything.
That's a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got A. Got a B. That's a trophy.
Yeah.
Everything with them schools, I feel, preparing you for like a factory type of job. Like you get up, go to work, clock in, clock out, go home. It's just like preparing you to be that. They're not seeing you to be the next level class of people who are controlling.
It's funny that you said that. I did a project on that.
Hey, look, man. They say they send you to school so you can work for somebody, but it don't take nothing. You can start your own business. You need a degree to go work for somebody else, but you can start your own business. Make it make sense.
The Dropbox gonna hire you.
You go to school, you can get a job, work for somebody. They don't ever tell you that you can just be whatever you want to be. You can create something that the world don't have.
I kind of agree on that, because I seen something just last night while I was up in the middle of the night or whatever when I woke up. And I seen, the message or whatever. But even on Facebook, it said like if you invest like $5 at 21, by that age, like 25 years later, you got $200-some million just by investing something small, like soon as you get out of high school. And I'm like, well, dang, like, we never even knew nothing about investing at that time. Never even knew about, but I tell you what, I also like subbed at a school in St. Louis, I ain't say no name, but certain areas of the world do different things. They were teaching 4th and 5th grade of Spanish at this age. We didn't learn anything about any foreign language until we was in high school.
I went to A.M. Jackson, so we did. Shout out to A.M. Jackson.
But I'm gonna reach out and say I didn't learn anything about it until high school. Foreign language.
Man, I used to go to the math-a-thon at A.M. Jackson, destroyed them. I was like, I thought this school was for the smarter people. I just destroyed them.
That's funny, because I can't wait till we get into sports and talk about A.M. Jackson. That's going to be good.
Yeah, y'all had some good stuff at A.M. Jackson. Because I think all y'all went to Dunbar and played.
you know, I was like in the real, like the authentic group of AM Jacksons when like, okay, people were coming from Dunbar, but we had already got all the best people from Dunbar already. And like, yeah, cause I'm like class of 2001 for AM Jackson. So like I didn't have a lot of Dunbar people transferring in at that time. But we didn't have sports teams for the longest. Remember that?
Yeah, because they was playing for Dunbar. Like, I think somebody might even play at Kennedy. Like, matter of fact, no, Phil didn't play at Kennedy. He transferred to Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? He got real all of a sudden. First, he was at A.M. Jackson.
Phil was at AM Jackson?
Yeah, he was at
I didn't
A.M.
even know
Jackson,
that.
straight sucker. I'm like, you go to A.M. Jackson? We got a school in the hood. What you doing?
Yeah, but that
Walk
was
to school
crazy
with
though,
me.
cause they, you know, just like thought we was the nerds, so we used to always be the target, man. Like it was crazy, like. But I was just like a really aggressive athlete,
Yeah,
so I just wasn't going. They used to shock people, like, dang, like I thought she was a nerd, like so I was like getting texts, I was hella aggressive, fighting and everything.
Hey, but females are aggressive like that in athletics anyway.
Yeah.
Like, man, the girls gonna have 100 fouls in the first half, and
telling you.
you like, man, they play rough.
And
You know what
our
I'm saying?
coach was so aggressive. Like y'all remember Coach O?
Coach O.
Coach O'Milliquay. I think her sister taught at Eastside.
Oh no, I don't know her.
Okay.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
But all right, so Jass, how you think your athletic upbringing helps you in the field that you chose?
I mean, I'm competitive by nature, and I think that like athletics kind of helped me channel that, and kind of like taught me the value of like teamwork, and I didn't lose my competitive nature, but they were able to channel it, and so I don't know, like the level of discipline that it required, the work that I had to put in order to like maintain my status as an athlete, my health, all that other stuff. Like I think athletics taught me a lot, just about myself as a person, and it kept me focused, so I didn't really get distracted as much with what was going on in the community. I was just more so focused on like what I was doing as an athlete.
Yeah, that's what's up. I want to take a moment to give some shouts out to my sponsors. Got Tia Tiny Tots, Beatboxer Production, and Luxury Looks, man. I appreciate y'all and all y'all do for me. You know what I mean? We steady going. We got Beatbox over there eating on some of that Netty B's chicken, and he ain't even looked up. So I don't know. It must be good because he normally got something to say. So the first sport you played was what?
I think we started out with basketball. Yeah.
What about you, Reed? First sport, softball or basketball?
It was basketball.
All right, yeah. My first sport I played was organized was baseball. Then I played softball for the school.
Played the Corey League.
Yeah, I played the Corey League. Then I played in District 189. Everybody had a softball team. You know what I'm saying? You just had city championship, had the basketball league, city championship, and yeah, Kennedy, we won them both. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Not in the same year, but 4th, 5th, 6th grade, I was lucky. I was two softball championships in the basketball. So man, we kind of put our dominance on athletics, and we don't get the credit that we deserve. They flooded us out and put a little playground with our schools. They burnt us down. They did a whole bunch of stuff. It's all good. ain't no big deal. Legends live forever, man. But all right, so Jass, like I really wanted to talk about your work and your success as a chef and entrepreneur, doing those different things. Like, what was it to like really made you channel that? You know what, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna provide this for my community or whatnot.
So when I came home, I always came home like with the idea that I wanted to be a business owner, but one of my biggest challenges was just trying to figure out like what I wanted to do. And I just kind of went back and forth with it for a while, but I ended up getting a job with AT&T, and like during that time, one of my coworkers, he was actually running a hot dog cart, and so we were talking about the restaurant industry, and so I really just kind of like at that point made the decision that that's what I wanted to do. So I ended up buying like a snowball machine because he was telling me that I should just do like small vending events so I could start like stacking money up so that I can open this restaurant. So that's what I did. And then I was just networking. I was just putting it out there, to my customers, my business customers, when they would ask, what I wanted to do in my career, what I wanted to do. And I encountered like this one guy that owned a whole lot of like gas stations, and he was telling me that he was closing some stuff. And I was asking him if he had like equipment.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. So literally, dude, like I went over there and this dude just like blessed me with like thousands of dollars worth of stuff for like pennies on a dollar. I didn't even have a restaurant, so this stuff was just stored.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I need to figure out some source of income or whatever to like fund this thing. So I bought that snowball machine. They had Art on the Square in Belleville, and so that was like a major event. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go sign up for this. Well, I got there, and like they turned me down. Like, no, we don't think, you know, you're gonna be able to like, you know, vend for this event maybe next time. So I was just downtown, like literally, and this is just like the type of like resilience that I just have as a person. I'm always looking for an opportunity, right? So I remember talking to this guy on that same street that I knew that they were gonna block off that had a building for rent. So I just happened to go in there and talk to him and was like, yo, like they're having this event and they're gonna block off the street. I can't necessarily get in the festival, but like, can I rent your place, you know what I'm saying, for the weekend so I can sell my stuff? And he was like, yeah, like cool. So we worked out a deal. And then like a day before, I went to purchase the ice for the machine and it wouldn't work. And I had spent like $2,000, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was salty. I was literally like, I had to go in my little closet and like, man, like what am I gonna do? I invited all these people, told them that, you know, I was gonna be selling stuff and like, I can't sell anything. So I literally just out of nowhere was like, you know what? You've been cooking seafood since, you know, you were in college and like you know how to do this really, really well. Like just sell those and get your money back. So I told all of my friends, everybody that was helping me, they're like, are you serious? Like, you think people gonna buy that? They don't even have that in the area. You think like people gonna even buy it? I'm like, well, we're gonna see. Yeah. Like, so, you know, be here at a certain time and we just gonna see. So the first day I went out there, man, like I tell you, I had no customers, like literally none. It was just like me, my family and friends just kicking it. The second day, I wish I knew who this couple was, but it was a Q and a Delta. And they came and they ate. And I only had like 3 customers that day. But those customers posted it. And the next day I came in, I had a line. Like, I'm not even in the festival. And I had a line, but whatever they posted went viral. And I didn't even know what viral was at the time. Yeah. So, like, people were calling me, like, your stuff went viral. And I'm like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? But long story short.
What? Viral, huh?
Right. I'm like, what you talking about? But, yeah, like, we sold out completely. And so people were like, you know, you coming back? Like, you know, when y'all open again, whatever. And I'm like, you know, I'm in a corporate job. I'm making good money. I'm, you know, progressing. I'm one of the only black people in management. Like, you know, I had a decision to make, like, at that point. And then I didn't even have a restaurant because I just literally, like, rented that out for, like, one weekend. Yeah. So, literally, like, I just remember praying about it. And I was like, yo, I'm a great employee. These people would love to have me back, you know, even if I left. But these type of opportunities don't come, you know,
I'll take a leap of faith.
So I'm going to take a leap of faith. And so I called my job. Well, I talked to my parents, and they were like, oh, you gonna leave that job, like, what the type of money you making, what you doing, or whatever, the path you on, or whatever, to do this, to sell plates? I'm like, yeah, like, I'm out. This is it for me. And so I called my job, put in my resignation, and I spoke to dude and rented it out for another weekend. And I think you and Tia were like some of the original customers too.
Yeah.
So y'all little friend group, you know. Yeah. But y'all saw probably the progression of like what happened.
Man, what we do, man, like we gonna support, like, shoot, Tia could say, oh, she went to school with me. What's she doing? Let's go. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. Like, let's go see what's up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
so we sitting here at 8201 West Main. When did you open the doors here?
We opened like July, like right in the middle of the pandemic.
That's my question. How'd you handle opening this establishment up, dealing with the COVID and the pandemic? Governor Kearse don't want you to make no money. He's shutting you down.
Hey, you know what? I like JB, so yeah.
That's why you staying in business. You got endorsements.
Hey, you know what? I fool with JB. You know, actually he did his campaign here, and so if he had not done that, we probably wouldn't even like stay afloat because he like rented out the place, hired hundreds of people in the community.
This is an inside thing. You know, I heard nothing but good things about him. I ain't know into politics like that. I just know he's shutting Illinois down. We can't do.
But I'm gonna say this, like, Well, number one, I'm blessed to be able to keep all my employees working. So I had to open. I didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? We were all scared, thinking the world about to end and everything. But at the end of the day, like, my employees got kids, they got bills. So I had to do what I had to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, realistically, though, like, it's scary because some people know that they are sick, you know, and they aren't being safe. And so working as an essential worker, you know, it's scary. So I do agree with the way that they've handled the situation with no dining and all that. Because I, as a business owner, as a restaurant owner, as much as I love my customers and, like, I love human interaction, I don't want people in here eating. Just to keep everybody safe. You know, all it takes is, like, one person to infect my whole staff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I agree with what they're doing.
Hey man, and you know, people bogus, man. They know they sick and they just won't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying, man? Stay your butt at home. You sick. Take them little 10 days, 14 days, whatever it is. Man, enjoy your family, whatever you need to do in them little 14 days.
So what's next coming out of this? Hopefully the pandemic may come to an end in mid the end of the summer. You're gonna have a grand opening, even though you
had one.
Well, I mean, are you gonna do another one? You know, like when you got the public to actually come in and sit down.
I got some like exciting stuff coming up this summer. I'm not gonna make any premature announcements, but y'all can just definitely like kind of watch out for like what we got going on. But we're already working on some things. Just really trying to maximize on like what we already have, because I think people are always looking for like the next best thing, but sometimes you just need to take care of what you got.
So cultivate what you have.
I don't want to give no wrong plug to nobody, but do you have like a call-in service, you know, like Grubhub or, you know, one of the other ones?
So we actually just set up with Uber Eats. So
Uber Eats.
Trying to work out our
So anybody who, you know, would like to support, cause well, how does Uber Eats work? You gotta go online. I ain't hip to all this.
We just got our technology from them. So pretty much they have an order system that, you know, works directly with us. They get the orders, we get them simultaneously. And we'll be going live on that on Wednesday. So people
now with our families in like East St. Louis gonna be able to order too, because you know a lot of places black out some areas. So.
Right. You know what? I'm not really sure on that, and I don't want to give any false information because I don't know the reach. You know, it's within a certain mile radius, but what they black out as far as where they deliver and all of that, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, was this your first well, I know, but was this your first establishment? So what was your first establishment?
It was what was it 119 East Main Street?
Okay.
Right downtown Belleville.
All right. What made you leave that? And how successful were you in that establishment?
It was like extremely successful. But again, that's the spot that I was telling y'all about that I like rented temporarily. So that space was not a restaurant. It was something that I just had to retrofit, you know, to kind of fit what I was doing. And so we didn't have a commercial kitchen or any of that. And we were at capacity most times.
Yeah. Definitely made it work though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I enjoyed the ambiance there though.
It was a vibe, man.
Like, damn, I'm trying to think. I think I might have did a
party.
A little sip and paint or something there. You know what I mean? It was smooth. I like it was nice little vibe. All right, so from there, I mean, I guess you kind of gravitated elsewhere. You went to St. Louis for a second?
St. Louis.
How was that experience?
So St. Louis was, you know, it was good and it was bad. I mean, so I was on Washington Avenue, but you know, like in Belleville, the type of clientele that we had was like extremely diverse. We had a lot of older people. I had like the old lady gang there on Fridays. People from the city, families, people coming from Scott Air Force Base and things like that. But then when I got down on Washington, my demographic changed. So I was across the street from a pretty popular bar. I won't say any names, but that was a lot of my customer base, and it was cool, but it was just different. You know what I mean? And it got a little dangerous. And so really at a certain point, like, I'm a very passionate person. I do things because, you know, it makes me feel good, right? And so money is not everything for me. And so for me, I was making money, but I was unhappy because a lot of my customers, I wasn't able to, like...
money ain't good money.
Yeah, like, I miss the old lady gang. I miss the families coming in. Like, I miss, you know, that East St. Louis, Belleville group of people, you know, that were, like, frequenting my restaurant. And so it just got to a point where I just really wasn't happy there. Okay. You know, and my company is a family, based company. Like, we are not a bar. So
Right.
if we sell alcohol, we are a restaurant that just happens to have alcohol.
Correct.
So they were basically the customer base trying to transition my business into something that in a direction that I didn't want to go. So as a business owner, I made a decision to walk away, because a lot of times we make emotional decisions to hold on to things that aren't serving us anymore.
I'm just talking to some
So-
young teenagers about making emotional decisions. I say, man, that don't usually end too well, man, when you're making these emotional decisions. I,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had my share of emotional decisions, and you know what I'm saying, I can't say that any of them were, you know what I'm saying, ideal situations that I ended up in after acting like that.
Ain't
So
no strategic.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Go
Just-
about
Yeah,
it.
and
Just
then you
hopping
think
out
about it
there.
because you when people because people were like, oh, you gonna leave, oh, you left the business, whoop de whoop, and they look at it as like failure. But for me, I did what I wanted to do, and I had the freedom to be able to do that. I was blessed to be able to make that decision and still be on my feet.
And you still in business today. COVID
Right.
hit, pandemic hit, downtown shut down completely at one point in time, ghost town.
Yeah.
And you still afloat, people still getting good food. So, in so many ways,
Yeah.
it's paying off.
It's a marathon for real.
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta
Right.
pace yourself. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I was able to come in and chop it up with you. What type of advice do you have for inspiring entrepreneurs or people want to get into the field that you're in?
I really would just tell people, number one, just believe in yourself. Like, you gotta believe in the beauty of your dreams, even when nobody else sees it. Like, that vision that you have in your head, just stay true to that. Don't, do too much talking and making announcements to people. Just be strategic about what you're trying to do. Like, immerse yourself in information and researching, the field that you're trying to get in, with whatever free time that you may have, so that you can easily make that transition. But I just want people to know that if you really got a dream and a goal in mind, you can achieve it. You can actually do these things, and other people around you may not understand it or whatever, but stay focused, stay on top of your game as far as research, and believing in yourself is gonna help you with that execution piece, and everything around you will start working for you if you just get out there and make that first step.
And that's what's up, man. For those of you tuning in, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the page, iLLSports247. We're on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you know what I mean, holler at me, man. Leave a comment, give me some direction, and you know what I mean, some of the stuff I ain't gonna listen to anyway, but you know what I'm saying, tell me. I'm gonna take the good and I'm gonna throw out the bad, you know what I mean? Y'all know how I am. Don't be like that. All right, to my left, we got Rita Adams. Like I said, 1999 fly ret. Before she went to East St. Louis Senior High, she was a Lincoln Tiger ret. And you went to stay there in Lincoln too, right?
Yep.
Did y'all go East Side?
Nope.
Y'all didn't go? All right, so the Lincoln Tigers prevailed again over the East Side Fly Reds. No, I'm just playing. But so Rita, she was a part of you know what I'm saying, a very special group of ballers that was in District 189. They some living legends. She went on to go to University of Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Kentucky was booming at the time, had some good athletes all throughout that facility, that university or whatnot. Rita, when did you start playing basketball? What grade were you in when you was first able to get on the team?
The first get on 18.
Yeah, on the team.
I'm gonna actually have to say that was at Clark.
7th
We
grade?
didn't have seventh
Okay.
grade. We didn't have any teams in elementary.
Where you at, Mac Henry?
No, I did not.
I just want to know, where you go? Elementary, where you
I
go?
was at Edgemont.
Oh yeah, you should have
Okay.
went. Should have went to Kennedy. You'd been on the squad, and we was the city champs too in girls basketball too.
Well, where was Kennedy at?
Don't do that.
I
Do
never heard of it.
do not do that.
I know where it was at.
Do
You know
not,
where it was at?
Yeah, I know where it's at.
do not do that. We was just
It's not there no more.
Hey, we was couple blocks up from the Beano. You know what I'm saying?
It's a playground
It's
in
a
the
little
middle of the
playground.
field.
It's a little basketball court there right now. That's where my school used to sit.
Oh, was it in middle school there too?
It was King was there.
King,
King
okay.
and Kennedy
I know
was
where
it.
that's at.
We was connected.
Did you play with? You ain't play with? Nah, she ain't play with Tish or none of them.
Tish was a little low when
Yeah.
Rita was there.
Yeah.
That was in 9th grade, yeah. Tish was in 9th grade.
Doc ever lost one-on-one? He said 4, now it was 0. Now it's 4.
No, I know. I never said 0. I said.
Who served you up, Doc?
Marco Smith beat me. Booney beat me. You know what I'm saying?
Booney was cold.
Yeah, both of them beat me. I beat them first, though.
He's telling the truth right now.
I always tell the truth. This ain't nothing. It's a couple more people got some wins, though. I lied. It ain't 4. It's probably closer to about 10 losses. Probably close. I know Kwanzaa got 1. Well, I'm like 50-1 against him though, so it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like total domination. All the people that come through, Tommy got the L, JB got the L. You know what I'm saying? Phil, all these cats, man, they know what it is, man.
You only beat me because y'all just post me up.
Really, you trying to post me up?
You had them handles.
I succeeded too, but only because y'all was stronger than me, y'all was able to post me up and win.
I mean, that might be true. Hey, look, before we get in these stories about me hooping Rita in middle school, we're not going to even do that right now. So, all right, so Rita, she started playing basketball for a team at Clark Junior High, the Clark Junior High, you know what I mean? And, man, they was pretty good, man. She's had some epic battles against crosstown rival Rock. Hey, shoulder to shoulder in those games. All right, so Mr. Springfield was your coach.
She was.
All right, did you already know the game, or did he kind of teach you the game?
I kind of already knew it growing up with boys, all boys, and just living on 86 of Los Angeles. That's basically what I did. Everything my brothers did, I was doing.
Okay, so boom, Clark. You stayed on 80-something Street. How did you end up at Lincoln versus going straight to East Side?
Well, because of my running buddy, Keisha Cole, she was going to Lincoln, and around about 9th grade, that's when I basically recruited her, and we both played AAU basketball over in St. Louis with Matthew Dickey, the team called Hoops. So we both decided to stay together. So what I did was just basically use my grandmother's address, and boom, I'm at Lincoln.
That's what's up, man. And all right, so y'all get to Lincoln. Back this time, high school started 10th grade at this time. So y'all in the 10th grade, and how was the team in the 10th grade at Lincoln?
In 10th grade, I must say we was pretty good then. Of course, you know, during that time, we had to play JV.
How long y'all played JV the whole season?
Not the whole season. I'm not gonna say the whole season. So what he did, he basically let one of us play each quarter. Like, so the start of the game we might play, and then like I played the second quarter and she played third quarter. We never played the fourth quarter together. They'll always like sit us down and we play all 4 quarters of varsity game. Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So how successful was the Lincoln team in the 10th grade? Do you even remember?
In the 10th grade, I want to say we went to sectionals, before going all the way.
Do you remember who beat y'all in
I know who beat us in the finals. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, so 10th or 11th grade was when you went to state. Mm-hmm. Which one? 11th grade?
I want to say 10th grade.
It was 10th grade?
I want to say 10th grade.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Loyola ended up beating us, remember?
Who's that? Big Olga now?
Yeah, big.
Yeah, Big Olga. hey, man, look, man, I ain't lying to y'all. It was this girl named Olga. Hey, she was dominant out there. She probably had 25 and 20.
Who she play for?
Loyola.
Okay.
Hey, 25-20. It was all European, all European team. They thrashed. I ain't gonna say they thrashed, but they beat them, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crocodile tears going on after that game. You know what I'm saying?
They beat us like that, though.
I'm just saying, like
it was a good game, though.
You know, so growing up in East St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? No offense to my co-host KT, but when it comes to sports and certain things, when you competing, it's just like, nah, man, we're not losing to no white people. Like that's just how it was. I don't know why we was thinking like that, but that was the first instance where I opened my eyes, like, yeah, they athletes too. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So boom, all right. How did you guys feel once once Lincoln shut down and y'all had to go to East Side? After going to state and, you know what I'm saying, resurrecting girls' hoops again in the area?
I'm gonna kind of say it was to us kind of heartbreaking because we had to go to our rival.
Okay.
It was a school that pretty much, you know, we look forward to playing. We look forward to just hooping. Like we knew what we had. We knew what we was doing. We knew how it had to be. And then plus it was a different environment too because we was leaving our school to go to that school instead of that school coming to our school. See what I'm saying? So it's just much different. But at the same time, I mean, now looking back, I really can't say that it was that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it was bad at all. But what I do want to know is did the people at East Side, did they like welcome y'all, or did y'all have to kind of earn y'all way just a little bit, even though they knew they gaining the best two hoopers in the St. Louis metropolitan area? They getting them both at the same time.
On our end, as far as me and Keisha, they welcomed us in. It was like no other choice.
Yeah.
They really didn't have a choice as far as like the girls team. I can't say about the boys because it's much different. They had plenty much other talent.
Yeah.
When it
They
comes to
was
the boys, so
bringing
they basically
D-Miles,
had
they had to be
they
quiet.
had they had to compete for their spot when it
came
comes to
on
that.
that
Yeah.
They had to compete for spots.
Mm-hmm.
Us coming in, no disrespecting, but it was
bad.
automatic, you know.
Yeah. We say no disrespect.
No disrespect.
Hey,
You
yeah,
know what
no-
I'm saying?
hey,
But
no
it was
disrespect.
it was just automatic, like you know.
Hey, look, so Rita basically said no disrespect to the hoopers that was there, but put some respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all good. Put some respect on their name. All right, so you and Keisha, y'all transferred to East St. Louis. How far did you guys make it? Y'all senior year. That's when y'all went over to East Side, right? Senior year.
Yeah, senior year.
Okay, so how far did that team make it?
I don't think
Y'all made it to what, first round state maybe? Did y'all go to
We
state?
didn't go to state.
Okay, who
We
do
didn't
you
make it
remember
to
who you guys played?
I don't.
No? I would say just a
It
blur.
was yeah.
So what I want to know next is what was their recruiting process like? And you know, because a lot of kids don't really get to experience the recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
What was their recruiting process like for you?
For me, it was awesome. But a lot of mine came from playing AAU basketball, not just sitting and playing just at high school playing basketball. You had to venture out. Like playing AAU basketball, we got to go to other states. We went to Texas, we went to Florida, we went a lot of places, and not all the time my dad was coaching us. When me and Keisha first started, we had the great, she wasn't from this side, but she's from the other side, Nia Ivy, who coaches Notre Dame right now, the head coach. She
Okay.
was a coach for us.
That's what's up.
And
Shout out to Coach Ivy.
in Notre Dame. So, I mean, we had a lot of experiences. So that's where a lot of things came from me being recruited and the recruitment. And what amazed me is them taking the time out to come to my house to see me, to talk to me and want me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus like you having to, like I know some kids nowadays, they have to do a lot of stuff on their own, which I know it's a lot of appreciation from the stuff that you do because you, like you said, you up at certain times. You sticking your neck out for certain people. You doing things that their own people not doing for them.
Yeah, and you know, man, when it comes to these sports, man, I do that stuff because I ain't had nobody doing it for me, and I was just fortunate, man. I was blessed that I had some talent that God gave me. I guess he kind of knew my struggle, and like, man, I'll make this part easy for you. You know what I'm saying? So only thing I had to do was what I was supposed to do. I worked hard, made the grades I was supposed to make, and shit, at the end of the day, just go out there and produce. Now you just got to produce, man.
Yeah.
And then when those lights on, sure, like, okay, oh, who here? Yeah, it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's on now. Like, oh, they think he cold, I'm going to show them. I bet you they want to talk to me after the game. And, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of have that mindset. So with you going all across the world, AAU, doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? What schools, what was like the top 5 schools that it came down to?
My top 5 schools I was actually considering staying here and going to SLU, University of Kentucky. I also had Memphis, and with Memphis being in mind, it was a thing as to considering the fact that me and Keisha could have went to Memphis together.
Okay.
Texas.
Yeah.
Only thing, Texas probably would have been my number one pick.
Too
but
far away.
Too far away. And the thing that turned me down with Texas is that I went on a visit and I went by myself. And after my visit, they took me back to the airport, and left me there.
Oh.
And of course, my flight was delayed and everything, so I was just at the airport by myself. And at the age that I was, so I'm just there.
Yeah.
So once that happened, it was a no-go. It was too far. And then hadn't even considered the fact that my parents would have to travel a long way to see me play either.
Yeah.
I was just, in my mind, the visit, I was just going.
Yeah.
But after that was it.
Yeah. Did you take all 5 of your visits?
I did.
Yeah,
of course, you're supposed to.
Take them visits,
take
man. I don't know what
visits,
y'all be thinking. Take those visits, man.
Yes.
They treat you like royalty, and if they really want you, they gonna respect the fact
So they
that
treat you like Jesus Shuttleworth.
hey man, he said that. I ain't say that.
They gonna take you back there.
Hey, he said that. I ain't say that, man.
They actually do though, for real. They show a lot of love on these visits. I mean, you will go to a visit and think you've seen one thing, but when you go to another and it's something completely different, I will say, if you had a chance, take all of your visits.
It's a big world out there.
It's different experiences. Not every experience is the same.
All right, so you was basically a 3-year starter in high school, considering high school starting in 10th grade. You get to the University in Kentucky. Was any culture shocks, or did you get on the floor right away? How was that?
I'm not gonna say it was culture shock as far as the plan wise, but the work ethic is different. The weights, the running is way different, and the way and style of defense that they play in college versus playing in high school was totally brand new to me. It's the way that I teach my kids that wants to learn now how to play defense. This is the way you play in college. This is the way I played in college. I'm giving you in advance. Yeah. So I had to actually learn that. And to be quite frankly honest, I really, my first year at Kentucky, I was nice.
Yeah.
And I didn't learn that until in the middle of the year, to where my roommate let me have it and said, you being too nice to them. She was like, take her spot. Do this, do that, because I know you can do it. Like, and later on, I earned some of those games I started as a freshman. Yeah, I earned that starting spot. So it took that.
Hey, that's kind of the message that I have to give my son. Like he a 10th grader, and this how you know when you somebody like everybody want to play you one-on-one, and you know what I'm saying. I be like, dog, look. I say, man, you got it. I say, like, we got this little quote in my house. I say, how you kill an ant? He be like, with a sledgehammer. I say, well, you trying to kill it with a piece of paper. I say, you got to go ahead and overkill. I say, you too nice to people. I say, you need to let them know, man, stop trying to play me. You know what I'm saying? Get them boys to business, and like, he good, but this generation of kids, they too cool. Like, yeah. I'm like, man, no. When it's time to hoop, it's time to compete. It's time to get down. You know what I'm saying?
No friends.
Yeah, like I can't remember hooping against none of my friends when you're on the other team and it don't get like that. Like, boy, you ain't on my team. I'm talking about some of my closest. We probably finna bang. Like, boy, whatever. You're not getting that call. None of that. I don't respect that. Nah, I took your ball. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, they too nice. They be fans of other people. And now you gonna give me my respect. Like, to this day, I keep me some shoes in the car. I be ready. Like anybody my age, they can get the business. I don't care. Like, don't challenge me, cause until you beat me, you can't beat me.
That's facts.
That's what it is. So all right, boom. Your roommate gave you that advice, man. You too nice. Get off that soft stuff, basically. You went out, boom. Do you keep in contact with that roommate?
I do. That's my best. It's the best friend that I have now. We talk. We might not talk every day. We might not talk every week. But when we talk, it's like we never skip the beat.
Hey, pick up right where you left off.
Pick up where we left off. Like this, from that standpoint on, this the same person I could call, or we'll leave the room today. Like if we was in college and say, hey, what we doing today? We're gonna do this to a person. We're gonna trap them every time they get the ball. we gonna do this, do that. So we started building that type of bond.
Okay.
Or-
Y'all the same grade? I mean, yeah.
She was a year older than me. So, you know, we just started building that type of bond. And then from that standpoint on, me and the point guard that was older than me, a year, 2 years, every day we start going at it, talking.
Yeah.
Coach started looking at it. She didn't say nothing. She couldn't say nothing. You got to sit back and watch it because it was nothing but a show.
I mean, that's. But as a coach, that's what you want. Like, man, I want you to have fun, but I want you to go out here and challenge the, you know what I'm saying, the person you go against. Like they say, iron sharpens iron. And if you being nice to somebody and you're not challenging them, then we don't get better. You know what I mean? So, y'all going at it? Y'all, coach finna fall back for sure. Like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? This is what we want. And you know what I'm saying? How I heard you mention something about this is what you teach. So you coaching?
Oh, I was coaching. Now I don't so much because my daughter plays, and if I coach, I wouldn't get a chance to see her games. So, but before she was playing in middle school, I was coaching the AAU team over in St. Louis.
Okay.
So this is the way that I taught them how to play defense, how to handle the ball, how to do. I mean, if you don't teach them now, then I mean later on it might be too late. They're gonna say when you're coaching, teach me that.
Yeah.
And knowing where I came from and how I played and where I've been, I can't do nothing but teach them what I know.
Yeah. All right. So this is a conversation that me and some of my peers have and some of the people that I have on the show. All right. Knowing that you went out to school and learned so much, reflecting back, how much were you getting taught as a young baller compared to, you know what I'm saying, how the game is actually played? Were you getting taught, or were you like in the same situation as somebody like me? You played hard, you was better than people, and they ain't really say nothing to you.
That's the same situation. I wasn't getting taught the same thing that I learned when I went off to college. It was because of the talent that I had, how much I worked hard, the quickness and everything that I did up on my own and learned during the time of playing with the boys that I grew up with. It just came easy because my brothers and my family, they were so much harder than me. They weren't giving me nothing. It's no let you score, let you. So you had to learn. I had to learn because that was all that the girls, they played jump rope. I went into that.
Yeah.
I went into that. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to play football when they played football.
Yeah.
I did all of that. So that's what made me the person that I was. But it was street ball, pretty much.
Yeah.
So street ball and organized ball is totally different. So bringing my street ball life into organized ball is what made me, during that time in high school, the person that I was.
Yeah.
But when you get to college, it's so much different, like even condition-wise. When I first got there, I mean, weightlifting. I can remember first day weightlifting and going to take a shower. You could barely raise your arms up. You know what I'm saying? In the shower. So you watching like this, making sure because you so sore. Or
So y'all didn't lift in high school?
we did, but it wasn't like
Y'all
college.
in there playing, weren't y'all?
Nah, we went by lift.
All right.
I mean, but it's still not like college.
Yeah. All right. So like this is why I often tell people. I thought I was working hard in high school, but you know what I'm saying. Like I said, God blessed me. Stuff was a little easier. People went on my level for real. Mm-hmm. So when I got to college, man, I was the weakest one in my class. Like we had a class of 25. I think probably 4 or 5 of them from junior college. The rest of them were freshmen. I was the weakest freshman in the class. You know what I mean? I went up in July, like right around the 4th of July or whatever. I go up, worked out, running, everything. And I'm just like, dang, these motherfuckers faster than me. They stronger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, I came right back home every day. I was cool with a couple janitors at Cahokia. Shout out to Chi and Dave Augustine, man. Rodney and Dave Augustine. Them boys just literally opened the gym up for me. Like, what time you coming back tomorrow? I'm like, man, I'll be here at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? They opened that mug. I used to have to be at work at Captain D's at around noon. I go lift, you know what I'm saying, give me a little run in. And from my junior year to my senior year, I saw I saw so much of an improvement, you know what I'm saying, because they helped me out. But I was doing that by myself. So when I got to college, I mean, everybody's stronger than me, and I was embarrassed. So when I got there by December, man, I was top 5 in everything, you know what I mean, in my class. Like, yeah, all right, cool, I'm good now. But at first, I couldn't live with that. I was like, oh no. So I wasn't prepared at all. So, you know what I mean. It's good that you had brothers though. So you was kind of ahead of the game.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
A little bit.
So how would you best describe the atmosphere of being in college and playing, being athletic and dealing with schoolwork? And do you think, was there a difference between how they treated the male athletes and keeping up with their grades compared to being a female athlete? I hear a lot of talk on it's hard to be go to college and keep up the grades, but now you're an athlete and still trying to keep up the grades. I heard it's a lot harder to keep up with. And I'm just wondering, was it easier for the males or is it female, you know what I'm saying, harder for the females? Like, did the males get a little more catered to?
Kentucky, yes, the males did. I will say that is true. But I think as far as like your grades and stuff like that, it's only as hard as you make it. If you just go ahead and get it done. See, me, I was a procrastinator. I write my best papers at the last minute.
That's what
So,
you think.
That's what I knew. Because if I'd have did the paper before that, I probably wouldn't have got the grades that I got. Yeah. I would be sitting up at night doing my paper that's due at 8 o'clock in the morning. And get the best grade ever, like first.
Hey, kids at home, do not listen to that foolishness because I got another quote that I use. Hey, the celebration is in the preparation. You know what I'm saying?
And you are right, because now I wish my daughter would wait till the last minute to do some work that you got.
Hey, look, I just think that way too. So I get to Mizzou, and they like, the rough draft due on Friday. I don't do a rough draft. Hey, the teacher say, that's gonna be 20% of your grade. I say, dang, so the best I can get is an 80? They like, yeah, if you get 100%. I say, I had a rough draft till you Friday. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely was on all that procrastination. I'm not gonna do no pay. I'll turn it in Friday. 20%? Nah, I ain't willing to take that loss.
And what else, to answer your question, is like during my time in Kentucky, we had one pair of shoes that we had to play in, and versus the men, they was playing in different shoes. Every other game they had on a different shoe, and all of them might not even have on the same shoe.
So the men was in class?
I can't too much agree with that.
They were done.
I can't too much agree. To be honest, I can't agree with that. To be
I'm
honest, I think they had
heard.
some people was getting their work done for them. Some people,
Hey.
I mean,
allegedly.
Hey,
on the show, we like to say that word now. Allegedly. Man, I think places, they do have, you know what I'm saying, things set up for people to be successful. So I know my experience at college, you know what I'm saying, you had to earn your way out of study table and stuff. So if you got C's and stuff, you're going to be in study table on Tuesday and Thursday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't like spending your time at study hall, you going to get your grades. Like, man, I'm not going to no study hall, man. I got stuff to do. Y'all crazy.
Who was the biggest name at Kentucky the years you was there?
Boys,
Just biggest name on campus, athletic side.
As far as playing basketball?
Any sport.
Any sport.
Like what was the biggest name to come out the years you was there?
Tayshaun Prince, Keith Bogans.
That squad.
Tayshaun went to class?
Yeah, Tayshaun went to class.
Okay.
He did. Yeah.
They went to Final Four.
Oh, they won, too.
Yeah.
Dang. That was pretty
Big party, yeah. Big party.
You think college players should get paid?
Yeah.
I had to ask.
Because you know what, though, I'm not, like, let's be honest, like, the years I was there, I didn't get, you know how some college kids, they get money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get money.
You ain't no
financial.
I didn't get, they went out, they said my parents made too much money, so I didn't get money. But imagine, all the other kids, they get money and you don't get money, and then you got the car, but they asking you, can you take them to the mall, but you ain't get, you know what I'm saying? I was that kid, but you know, me coming from East
Yeah.
St. Louis, I found a way.
Found
You know
a
what I'm
way,
saying? I found a
always.
way. Found a way. I mean, let's be honest. Like every 2 weeks, my mom only gave me $75. So that's only $150.
I'm interested in how you find the way.
Found a way.
I'm just interested in what was done.
Hey, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You find ways. I mean, just let's be honest. Just as me and Keisha found ways in high school where we had people to come up to us if you score this much. They had some Earn Max on the sidelines waiting for us after the game.
Yeah, boy, the D boy.
Allegedly.
Oh nah, man.
Allegedly,
Hey, this high school. I used to see this my own eyes.
They're gonna take back some of them South.
Hey, them Southwesterners. Them Southwesterners got to come up. Allegedly, man. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Rita and Keisha, man, both of them averaged like 20 something points a game in high school, man. It was definitely something to see. You know what I mean? I'm definitely. Oh, they play tonight? Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, we going.
I'm going, dog. Man,
Like, even as little middle school kids, though, we were like geeked. Like, man, we're going to see Keisha and Rita play tonight.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big deal. Yeah, like, you know what? I think we've had some good female athletes, like basketball players to come out, but I think that, like, the movement that they created and then with all of the momentum from, like, the merger and stuff like that, like, it was, like, probably one of the most dynamic times for, like, female basketball, like, in the city when they played.
yeah, that definitely was dope because, you know, at that time when the merger happened, so demise at Eastside, which you know how Eastside gonna do it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got Keisha and Rita at Eastside, like, man, you better not have a game the same night that they got a game. You over with, man. Where everybody at? They over there at the side, like, yeah, man, yeah, they play out in the night. You know they finna be packed over there.
Packed.
I'm like, shoot, I wish I can go to that one. You know what I'm saying?
Standing room on.
Yeah, they playing East. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was some good basketball in the area too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they ain't really had no match because they had Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Like, it was a wrap, and everybody wanted to see that. You know what I
What
mean?
middle school did Keisha go to?
Rock.
Oh, so that was like your
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
a rival.
Oh, it's
right?
going down.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm front and center, talking noise.
So what type of relationship did y'all have in high school?
In high school, that was my running mate. Like I said, pretty much like our 9th grade year, she came along with me and was playing basketball over at Matthew Dickens. Ever since then, we just was
That's
like glue.
dope.
Like it was.
Because
it
I'm
was
like
us.
the camaraderie that y'all had like on the court and the way that y'all like interacted with each other out there, it seemed like y'all was like cool. Like,
Hey, if y'all think I'm lying, y'all can go on YouTube and watch the game, man. I be checking them out every now and then. I be messing with my son, like, boy, whole family hoop, boy, we don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so Rita, best one-on-one player at the table. Best one-on-one player at the table.
Hey, look, man, this is unfair. You know what I'm saying?
I want her.
It's unfair, man.
Let her
It's
lead.
me.
Okay.
What you say?
Of course, it's me.
Hey, look, man, this is black. Cut.
Hey, man.
It's
Hey, you
blasphemy,
gonna hit me
man.
with the water like some twisted tea, man.
Hey, my bad. Ain't nothing in there,
I
man.
gotta holler at HR after the show, man.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? She's supposed to say that, man. You know. Hey, but these girls, they used to actually get mad because, you know, I'm gonna play to win, but I'm not gonna play my hardest. So they get mad, like, man, you ain't even playing hard.
You
like,
blocked the shot?
come on,
Have I
man.
ever?
Have you ever blocked the
Come
shot?
on, man. Me get
Tell
my
the truth.
shot. Nah, you ain't block my
Oh,
shot. Nah,
I finally got somebody.
Now you done scored on me. You too little. You don't block my shot. You was an athlete, but no, stop. Hey, but yeah, did she score? Yeah. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I had to play
I
D
believe
for
that,
real.
definitely.
Like, oh look, all right, what the score is? 7 to 4? Nah, I need to win. It's too close. She shoot too good. She an athlete, so you know what I'm saying. That's all good, man. I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be able to, you know what I'm saying, fellowship with these women because, like, y'all are true legends, man. Y'all, if I had a daughter, she can look up and inspire to be, you know what I'm saying, take pieces of the type of people that both of you are. And you know what I'm saying, that'll help the community out, man. I think y'all some good people.
That means a lot. That's dope.
And
Same, bro.
appreciate it. Rita, I really want to know, all right, so at the time you in college, WNBA and stuff was just starting to pop off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have aspirations of that? Quite sure you did at one point.
I did. I actually went to LA.
Okay.
I was with the Sparks, and it was actually my senior year, and they had me to come right before my graduation.
Okay.
And so I would have been the first person in my family to graduate from college. So by it being so close, like I went in April, graduation was in May, but they wanted me to stay, so I had a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't been able to graduate, and then I would have had to go through with going back over those classes because of course, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wasn't going.
And I guess, you know, a lot of people would say, well, you dumb, I would have stayed, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you think about it, as women, we don't make nowhere near as much money as males do when it comes to.
Hey man, that sucks.
I think they just got it like
just like it's nowhere near. So
what were they paying athletes like then?
Like 40, 50 grand.
Man, like 30.
If that, 40, 50 grand.
Really?
Sure, they probably adding incentives in to say it was 50. You know what I'm saying? We gave you X amount of zero shoes and. You know what I'm saying? Team meals, like, this worth 50 grand now, but nah.
It was number 30, but I went overseas also. I went to Poland. I played over there for a season, and then I came back too. So, I mean,
now, what was that culture like?
It was different.
Did they have somebody next to you, like, to translate everything all the time or something?
They had no Netty B's over there and nothing like that, did they?
Nah, they didn't. I wish they did. I ate pizza and chicken and noodles every day. Breakfast, let me tell you, breakfast they had cold cuts.
So you bring your own noodles?
Mm-hmm. Cold cuts. Cold cuts was breakfast.
Was that a part of the culture, or they was just feeding y'all it?
That's part of they, cause that's what they have. Unless you request, you have to actually request like eggs and stuff like that. Other than that, they got cold cuts, crackers, bread.
They eat light for breakfast, man. They just eat light.
Now, that was actually a shock to me because it was different in seeing, you know, after games and how they shower. And what they don't and what they do use, you know, it was like, you know, I was showering
so they used to stay.
Experience.
So they used to stay.
Some true, because you could see someone get in the shower, they might not have no soap, but they just
water.
They just water, and I'm like, okay, all right. You know, can't say nothing about it. You know, different places. It was actually a place that I went to where. Just overseas, like the bathroom just looked gritty, like nasty. So we played, but keep in mind that night I slept in a hoodie, tied up. I never got under covers, slept on top of it, and that's how I slept that night in my whole sweatsuit.
That's crazy.
So the next day when we played, I didn't even take nothing. This one time I didn't even take no shower. I rode the bus ride back until I got back to where I was from to take a shower because it was just I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Man. I did that as an adult before, man. Like just booked the hotel. It was like this the only hotel I can get, man. I'm in there like this, boy. I got my hands, you know, I'm in some sweatpants. I got my hands inside my sweat. I'm like, man, this is trifling. We out of here in the morning, G.
That's exactly how I slept. And then they was just, look, I'm talking about I didn't even brush my teeth. No, like, I probably use a bottle of water, but I ain't use their water.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, trying to get up out of there.
Yeah, man. So, all right, so knowing that, you know what I'm saying, the type of culture shock that you had going off to college and, you know what I'm saying, everything you done afterwards, what advice do you have for young athletes, especially the female athletes, like coming up, like, you know, they want to challenge everything, don't want to really put that type of work in, but they want to reap the benefits?
If you don't work, you have to work. If you don't work, you're not going to play. You're going to have a culture shock. You're going to sit right on the sideline and watch the game as it just pass you on by. I mean, think of it, running a mile in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. You have to make that time.
Yeah, we say
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
What happens if you don't make it?
You got to keep,
you got to run until you make it, huh?
You got to run until you make it. And I'm going to tell you something. Honesty, I never made it at the University of Kentucky. I never made that mile in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. The closest I came to was 6 minutes and 40 seconds. But one thing about me, can't nail person on that team beat me running up and down the court when we do suicide sprints or nothing. First one back. It's just that the distance. I'm not a distance runner.
Okay, I was gonna say, was that a 1-2 thing versus ability? Like, man, why I gotta run this mile? I don't even.
It was their standards. So I understood why I had to do it because everybody else did it, you know, and some people made it. Well, most people made it. I probably was the only one that didn't. But guess what? It was nothing that she
Hold up.
One thing that she couldn't stop, my ability of playing basketball and my work ethic on that court. You couldn't stop that.
Do you think she your coach, like, you know what I'm saying, was reluctant to, you know what I'm saying, take the leash off for you because of that? Or do you think you was treated like everybody else on the court?
Well, she had to be reluctant to it because
So you went up the court.
in my mind, because I'm gonna be honest, in my mind, when they didn't come out there and I had to redo it, I wasn't running it. They'd go back and report to her that I finished in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I know that on the court, it was nothing that they could do with me. Like, even at the end of practice, while we sprinting to get out of practice, I'm laughing, running up and down the court while some people about to fall out.
Yeah.
It was nothing to my best friend that I tell you about right now, LaTanya. We cruising in practice, running the sprints. They thinking they gonna break us down, but they couldn't because I was already in court shape.
Yeah.
It's nothing you can do, but when you talk about distance and how to do it, just wasn't my thing. But as far as that, we will challenge each other to get out of practice.
I couldn't have been at the University of Kentucky and let you not make that mile. You know what I mean? Me personally, if these other girls making it, I'd have to snatch you up. She's like, hey, look, you ain't even let them make it and you don't make it. Like, man, stop playing with me. Go ahead and make this. You know what I'm saying? I think
you would have to take this one, Coach. I would have to say, Coach, you just gonna have to take this one because it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that was the worst part of it.
Yeah.
The process for me.
You
30 and 30. Have you ever tried that?
What? 30 suicides, 30 seconds? Yeah. No, I did 24.
30 and 30. 30 suicides in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I did something like 24 and 24. I never did 30 and 30.
But you had to make
we just called 24.
24.
You know what I'm saying? But we had we had some conditioning in football, and I seen people like throw away the chances at millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Because these coaches, they will tell like, you know what I'm saying, these NFL coaches and stuff, he'll cancel, he don't work hard. And like they'll go ahead and paint that picture of you like, man, dude might have had, you know what I'm saying, a little bad spell in his life. You know what I'm saying? He had Mizzou, he way in Texas. You don't know what he going through mentally, for real. The reason he ain't making it, he out here, you know what I'm saying, doing everything else you ask. Like, I done seen cats, man, crying and, man, nobody wanna hear that, man. Make your time, dude. Like, I don't feel sorry for you, but like as an adult, I know everybody got trials and tribulation. They going through different things, but at the end of the day, I think pride be the fall of man all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think your pride got in the way, man. You know what? I ain't finna. Especially when you got to run it over, man. I'm not doing that. Get out of there.
In my defense,
you do shopping in
he had to
college?
get the point.
I just went student.
Yeah, I did just middle school, and I was a railer every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Summer track, that one for me. They out there too long.
Summer track was lit.
I know they had fun. I done heard stories, but I took my kids off of summer track, and you know what I'm saying. We did one season. The next year, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go sign y'all up. My youngest son at the time, he was now he's 12. At the time, he's 9. I'm like, yeah. He said, Daddy. So I hit the tape. Daddy, you really want us to just go run in a circle? I like, you don't like track? No. He like, man, we just running in a circle. Like, you really want us to do that? I said, man, y'all ain't gotta do it. We gotta do something though. So he started playing baseball or something, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. He like, man, you serious? Just run in a circle. I like, man, what about for the medals, man? Get your daddy. Come on, man. I had to go on. But now as they getting older, like my oldest son, like he's gonna be a junior next year. This whole season pretty much a wash for real.
Yeah.
And some of his friends, they continue to run track, and they a little bit faster than him now. He looking like, dang, man, I think I'm gonna run track. I'm like, boy, you funny. I say, you funny, boy. So, Jass and Rita, these are some living legends, man. I know y'all just tuned in, so make sure y'all go to iLLSports247 on YouTube, Facebook, and SoundCloud. Check out the pod. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe, and leave a comment on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey,
Give me some
if any of
feedback.
y'all done ever beat Doc one-on-one, please let us know.
Hey, show your face. No face, no case, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can't show up and prove it. Hey, most of y'all can't even outshoot me for real. Y'all be talking that noise. We can always do it around the world. Ain't no big deal. Why y'all be talking? Y'all need to put some respect on my name when hooping. I don't like the disrespect that I get. And we can play checkers, we can wash dishes, whatever y'all want to do, I'm gonna win. So it is what it is. Man, like I said, I appreciate y'all. We at Nettie B's. We appreciate her for having us in the venue. I had the Impossible Burger. She threw all the clothes on it. Lettuce, tomatoes, onions, you know what I'm saying? You know how I like my sandwich, you know what I'm saying? A little sloppy. They hooked it up for me. And, man, we'll definitely be back, man. I got my crew with me. Like, we like to eat, you know what I'm saying? So we pops up. I got your number now to you. That's where you messed up at. So I'm be here. Hey, do not close. We on the way. You know
Hey, let me know.
So yeah, man,
Y'all
I
keep
definitely
us in
appreciate these ladies. It's an honor because these are the first two women on the show, on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Woo! I need one of them machines. Woo! Yeah! You know what I'm saying? First two women, it's 2021, man. And I definitely understand that women are important and they definitely are living legends, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Rita, if you got some basketball drills for me to teach that you think kids should know, and like, man, you need to add this to your game, man, send me something. You know what I'm saying? Make me a better coach, because I want to be the best coach to ever walk the face of this earth.
Yeah. I've been seeing that you've been doing some skills and drills. I'm stop by when you start back.
Yeah, we actually started back, so I see you on Tuesday. see you Tuesday, 4:15. You gonna be at work? What time y'all?
I get off at 4.
Yeah, I'll let you come. I'll let you come run practice too. How's your daughter?
My daughter is 13.
Yeah, she come and get in some work with them. You can come run practice a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We can give you a little segment where you working some indie stuff, and I can kind of take the big men or something, man. We can do something. I definitely appreciate
When
it.
y'all gonna work out?
Huh?
I need to get back in shape.
Ah, man, what kind of shape you trying to do? Because this here,
Hey, I
this
was trying to
be.
achieve my first summer bike, so I couldn't work out with some high school kids.
Oh, well, these kids right here,
Suicide.
these some little kids. I mean, you can always come run. I was whooping their butt running last week. I was hurt afterwards, too. I ran hard for a minute, and I was sore as a mug. I like, dang, it's real out there. I see why they mad. I like, dang, I'm tripping. But like I said, man, appreciate everybody for checking us out. iLLSports247, these are living legends. We out. We got the killers over here.
Yeah!